What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, guys, to the premiere of the Culers Culture Show, ladies and gentlemen. Barcelona, brand new show, guys, coming up every single Sunday, guys. And you guys can see, guys, the panel is already here. Big up to every single one of you guys who's watching. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And yeah, man, before we get started, guys, let me actually introduce my fellow panelists. Big up to guy, man, like Eunice in the building. What's going on, Eunice?
Hey, big up Omar. Listen, man, I'm just happy to be here. Of course, man, there's a lot to talk about. There's always a lot to talk about regarding Barca, right? And seeing you and Barca boy, it's a solid panel, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. But listen, man, speaking of the other panelists, big up to my guy Barca boy for turning up. Appreciate you for turning up for me, bro. How you doing? You're muted. You're muted.
Yeah.
Speak up. Yeah, we can still hear you. You might want to leave and come back. Try to leave and
You
come
might
back.
be muted with the laptop might be muted.
Yeah, it might be the laptop that's muted, possibly. But yeah, just try to leave and come back, bro. Okay? Yeah, man. But yeah, man, listen, big up to everybody, one of you guys who's already here. We got 11 people. Make sure you guys smash the likes, guys. Get the likes up in here, guys. All right? Make sure you guys get the likes up. But yeah, man, everybody, big up to every one of you guys. Big up to Javier in the chat. Big up to you, Eunice. Appreciate you for this. Big up to Catalan, bro. He says, we're going to get into all of that. Don't worry, bro. We will get into all of that. But listen, at the end of the day, guys, it's always great to be doing this show. Like I've been looking forward to doing this show for a long time. You good now, Javier? Let's hear.
Am I good? I should be good.
Yeah, you should be good. Yeah, you good. How you doing, man?
There you go. There you go. I'm good. Bit of a technical difficulty there, I guess, but we're all good.
Hey, listen, it's not even you. It's this app, bro. This Talk Studio, bro. Sometimes it just be bugging. Like it literally did it to me. I had to manually fix it. If not, I was gonna be just static. But it's crazy. But yeah, big up to every single one of you guys watching, man. But listen, let's get on the way, man. Now, obviously, the title race is heating up, and we did play yesterday. We did play in the league against Leganés, a team that's already beaten us earlier this season, right, at home. And yeah, we did the job. We got the job done, man. Like we got the job done. And listen, but if we're gonna be real, and this is to both you, Hafed, and you, Eunice, right? I'm gonna say this right now, guys. I'll take the win. I will take the victory because at this point in the season, right, 3 points is all that matters. You feel me, right? If you're in a title race like this and things are heating up like this, right? But truth be told, guys, that was a stinky game, bro. That was one of the worst Barca games I think I've seen this season. I'm not even kidding. Like I've seen us have stinkers, but truth be told, there's something that Hafed, I know you're saying that, but brother, we were 1-0 up. We didn't even have a shot on target in the game. Like that's how bad we were in front of goal in that game.
I feel like the Getafe game was a bit worse. The 1-1 draw earlier, because that was just kind of the same thing. We had one chance and we scored it, and after that, we did nothing. After that, at least in this game, there were a bit of sniffs. In the final third, Pedri got in behind. Fermin had that chance, and we were getting into the box. But that Getafe game after Kunde scored, we did nothing. Like we had more time. That was like what, almost 80, 70 minutes left of the game.
Yep.
So it's definitely not. I'm not saying the performance was good, but it was definitely one of the worst. But
yeah, bro. Like, listen, for me, it was probably easily in the top 3 worst performance. Like, obviously, I feel like Real Sociedad, the first time we played them, right? Like, we got absolutely dominated, right? I feel like that also, you guys said Getafe away. We were very bad that day. I'm not going to lie. And then also, I mean, yesterday was a very poor game. I'm just happy that we won. And matter of fact, that out of the 3 that I mentioned, that was the only game that we won. So I'm just happy with a bad performance that we could somehow get the job done. Even, you need luck. When you play bad, you need sometimes a little bit of luck. And the own goal, man, like people in my chat were saying Lewandowski. So I didn't care who scored at that point, man. We were playing very bad.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, truth be told, right, I do want to quickly, just ask you guys, right? Obviously, the lineup was very surprising to me. I personally thought that Hansi Flick might have gone a little bit, maybe rotation, right? I expected maybe Ferran to start in the game like this since we saw Lewandowski play midweek in the Champions League. I genuinely thought that this guy would rest Yamal, but it's like you said, Hafed, when we did the show last time, man, it looks like this guy is going to play every game for the rest of the season, man. It's
Yeah,
really
I think him and Pedri are going to play the rest of the season. I think that post winning Dortmund 4-0, Flip probably looked at it and say that the Leganés game is probably more important than the second leg. I'm just happy, to be honest, he made some rotation. I think he went with the exact same team. I would have been much more worried in terms of team fitness and stuff like that. But at least he made 2 changes, which was better than nothing. He was, of course, forced to make one at halftime to change up the tactics. But at the end of the day, now we're like, a month and like a week left of the season. You just got to grind it out at this point. I mean, I doubt we'll see much rotation. Maybe that back-to-back games where we have Celta and Mallorca, maybe we'll see a change. I think more so depending on if Madrid drop points. I think they have a bit of a tougher run than we do. Of course, they have Athletic Club at home. Athletic Club are 4th place. They're a decent team, but when they travel away in La Liga, they're not the best in the top teams. But they're a good team on paper. But I'm just more happy that we got the 3 points. I think you can tell the team was tired. The team was rugged. Everything in the final third was abysmal in terms of passing, overhitting passes, underhitting passes, decision making. We got a bit of luck on our side to get the goal as well, and that's what you need to win titles at the end of the day.
100%.
No facts, bro. Like, I agree. He said something like that was good, bro. Our passing the other day against Leganés was the worst part. It was so awful that we couldn't even get to the final third. That's the thing. Like, usually Barca, we mess up in the final third, but that's normal, right? Like, we didn't even get to the final third because our passing was so awful. So I'm happy that we won because it's games like these that are going to win you the title eventually, right? Like, remember Xavi? I remember Xavi used to have a lot more games like these, and we won the title like it. Like, I feel like that I'm not going to complain too much, especially after seeing Real Madrid. How many times do they play bad and win? Like, I'll take one, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, the thing, if we're going to be real, right, this is the thing. This is why I'm not gonna lie to you. Watching yesterday's game reminded me of, I think, was it in the 2020 season when Madrid won the league and they were just getting all those fugazi penalties every single game and they were winning 1-0 thanks to like a penalty from Sergio Ramos. I think Ramos like scored like double figures that season. Like they were all penalties for some reason, right? And look, I'm gonna be very honest, right? I didn't like the performance, but I wasn't angry. I feel like maybe some people in my match reaction. I mean, listen, I didn't watch your match reaction, Barca boy, but I can tell you something, bro. My ratings for the game, listen, I let them know. I'm not gonna lie, Chesney had the highest and he had like a 7. And I was me being nice. Everybody else get below 7 in that game. It was that bad. But if there's one thing obviously we took away from the game, unfortunately, it seems that Alejandro Balde has picked up an injury, right? And look, before the game, I'm not gonna lie, that left side, Rafinha and Balde were non-existent. Like they were so inactive, it was actually ridiculous, right? And then Alejandro Balde did get taken off. Apparently, they're saying it's not too serious. Apparently, from what I've heard, they're saying he might be maybe out for maybe like 2 weeks. Apparently, that's what I'm hearing.
I seen 3.
Yeah, he's gonna miss the final of the Copa del Rey. He'll be back for the first leg of the Champions League. I think after the Copa del Rey final, we have Valladolid away, as the league game before the midweek Champions League game. Of course, if we do make it, but he should be back probably around then. So he's gonna miss the final, which is a bit unfortunate. But against Dortmund, the game's already won. Against Celta and Mallorca, we should be able to survive just about really the final Clásico really in the Copa.
Yeah. I think that it's fine. Even if he misses the first leg of the UCL semi, like I just want him back fully fit for the second leg, to be honest.
Well, we have the League Clásico in between that, in between the UCL first leg, semifinal, second leg. So it goes Valladolid, then UCL, first leg, semifinal, Clásico, second leg.
Oh, right.
So hopefully he'll be back for Valladolid.
Even our schedule in La Liga is very, very rough. Like Omar, one of the comments in the chat, bro, like our next couple La Liga games, we have to win them because they're the last easy
do you
game.
guys realize? Do you see? I mean, you guys have seen it. You guys see like our run around the last like 5 games of the season, right?
Yeah,
we have to play away to Espanyol, which we know right now the way the title race is going, Hafed and Yunus. Whatever happens, if the title race is this close, you know that when we go to that stadium, the RCD stadium, they're going to make sure they do everything in their power to make sure we don't leave there with a win. Because anything that they get out of the game will help Madrid, right? Because let's be clear. Espanyol are not just our rivals. These guys, they have a chip on their shoulder when it comes to Barcelona, right? We won the league against them, right? In 2023, right? In this,
we did. We went on the stadium.
We beat them to get them relegated. These are all things that we've done to them quite recently, and it's still in the fresh in the minds of the fans, right? So that game is always not going to be easy. Sorry about it. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I was just what I was saying was we have to go away to Bilbao as well, right? That's gonna be. You just mentioned it. They're not good playing away, but their best home form is at home, and that's I think the last game of the season, right, Hafid?
Yeah, as long as we win the league before that game, we'll be fine. If we have to go to that game, we need to win the game to win the league. I think we're cooked. But the most important thing is that we do have a lot of home games. Since we thought we are gonna come back to the Camp Nou, but I don't think we're gonna make it now. So. Again, like your Valle de Lib, Mallorca at home will be tough because they're actually a good team. Celta Vigo should be okay at home. We tend to always beat them at home and just struggle away with them. Valladolid away, they're the worst team in the league. You have to beat them. I forget what other games we have coming up, but at this point, as long as you
Villarreal, we have Villarreal. It's in the last couple. It's second to last game.
Yeah, that's at home too. So as long as you win those, as long as we win the Clásico, the League Clásico, or at least don't lose it, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, no, but this is the thing. I feel like that. We have to win our next 3 games because they're the easiest 3 left, in my opinion, of the season. So I think that you got to win the next 3 games. And, hopefully Real Madrid just drop off in one of those games. And even if we get a draw in the Clásico, that should be good enough. I would be confident at that point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, Real Madrid, they need to figure it out soon because, and listen, I hope they don't. I hope that they're still leaking defense by the time we play them because, listen, nothing would please me more than to do a double against those frauds this season, man. Because we could potentially win the league by beating them. It just depends on, how they
result. That's what I want. I really want that, you know what I'm saying?
We haven't done a double against them in years, man.
It's funny. I think the last time we did, Hafid, I think the last time we did it was it 2018, 2019. It was like Ronaldo's season after Ronaldo.
Yes, we won.
We beat them 5-1 at Camp Nou.
5-1 at Camp Nou
in the Bernabeu.
Yeah. That 3-0 game was a mad early game.
I swear that season, I think we beat them 4 times because we played them in the Copa del Rey as well.
It was 3 wins in a draw. We drew 1-1 in the Copa del Rey at home.
Bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That year,
by the way, Omar, I'm not gonna lie. That 5-1 was probably one of the most enjoyable Clásicos that I've ever experienced, man. I can't lie.
Oh yeah, but Madrid were poor after Ronaldo left, right? And then we just piled it up on them, bro. We absolutely that Clásico was the peak where they knew.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I can't lie. Arturo Vidal's goal. That was beautiful.
Yeah, Vidal, I think, scored his first goal for Barcelona in the Clásico.
Was it Suarez scored a hat trick that game, right? If I remember.
Yeah, Suarez, Vidal.
Was absolutely.
Because to man like Gio in the chat, man. He says Barca to win the Champions League. Inshallah, bro. Inshallah, man. We get it done.
Tough, man.
Listen, this is 10. I've said it before, bro. This is our 10-year anniversary since that treble winning season. You feel me, right? It's in this. It's written. You know what it is, right? I'm not one of these hopeful fans. My Hafid is very, very. He's been telling me not to jinx it, so I'm not gonna get into it. But hey, listen. A man can dream. That's all I can say, man. I can dream. But yeah, man. Listen. Great win, great performance, and look. Truth be told, the other negative I would take away from that is obviously the performance. But I've said it before, right? Countless times. At the start of the season, I had a problem with our performances because I thought it was too early in the season. You don't want to be playing like that every single game, right? Because you're going to get exposed. I'm now at the point in the season where I'm like, listen, it doesn't matter how you win. Doesn't matter how you win. Bro, when you're in a title race, like we're in a title race right now, anyhow you win games, you take it. You understand what I'm saying? I see people complaining yesterday. Bro, I saw what's his name. Will was complaining. He's like, oh yeah, you guys had the own goal. You guys wouldn't have scored. I'm like, bro, I don't care. I do not care. I'm trying to win this league. It's that simple. And if you're trying to win the league, bro, you got to take it because some people they're never satisfied. But we'll see what happens. Because Van Lee says, hey guys, you guys really think Mbappé will only get a ban for 2 matches. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're definitely getting into that for sure.
Omar, listen. Okay, no, go ahead.
What?
Oh, I was just gonna say, bro, the treble. Like when people keep talking about the treble, I'm not gonna lie, and you just reminded me of the 2015 season. I feel like the treble is gonna be very, very hard to retain it because, like, our players look tired. Like we just talked about Leganés. Like it's gonna be very difficult. And then we name the games: Inter, Milan, potentially, right? And then sandwich in between is gonna be an El Clasico and La Liga. I feel like the treble is very, very hard because we don't have that much quality squad depth. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if there's any good news, like you just mentioned, Rafael, look at this is all our home games. We have to play Mallorca, Vigo, Madrid, Villarreal, right? So at the end of the day, we just have to win those games. That's really it. You understand what I'm saying, right? Like I don't need us dropping points in any of these games, right? But listen, at the end of the day, I'll say this: we're already in a cup final, right? And we know this. At the end of the day, I think you've said it yourself, Hafed, right? Where you've even said that at the end of the day, you won't be surprised if we do drop points by the time we play Real Madrid in the league, right? I'll be honest with you. I think that Madrid still look vulnerable, even in today's game, right? They really didn't strike me with anything, right? It was a great goal by Camavinga, but really, apart from that, they really didn't do anything. I feel like their minds is more focused on like the game against Arsenal coming up. Right, but we'll see what happens. But for sure. Big up to everyone who says.
That's also a good point, by the way, that the Arsenal game, like, what if they lose it, then they'll have all focus on the league. While we're going to be trying to balance both, and then they're still in it. We can have another Clasico final to look forward to this season potentially. So I don't know. I feel like Madrid will do the comeback just because I don't rate Arsenal. Not that I want Madrid.
No, but. Come on, like that's the thing. This is why when people have been asking me, "Oh, Omar, do you think the tie is over?" I'm like, bro, it's not over. I'm sorry. I wish I could say it's over. Don't get it twisted. I don't want them to stay in the Champions League. You understand what I'm saying? Because Real Madrid, bro, we know Real Madrid and Champions League, bro. They don't have to be the best team to win it. They'll find a way to win it. You feel me, right? So, but the thing with Arsenal is, I watched them against Brentford. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, yeah, but I was against Brentford, this and this." No. I'm being dead serious, right? This game, for some reason, like something's just telling me, don't count your chickens too early just yet. You understand what I'm saying, right? Be happy that Madrid lost. That's what I've been happy about. The fact that Madrid got battered the way they did in Europe, right? But I'm not sitting there saying, yeah, the tie is over, because I'm too smart for that, man. But yeah, it says, will Madrid run back the squad after a trophyless season? I mean, we know Madrid. They'll probably be active in the transfer window for sure. But yeah, I mean, listen, I do want to move on, obviously, and I do wanted to ask you guys another thing that's actually been coming out, obviously, this week, right? Is Dani Olmo. I saw earlier today, right, him training with the team, right, and obviously he had an injury like a week and a half ago, and we were told that he was going to be basically out, I think, until after the Copa del Rey, right, Hafid? So he wasn't supposed to return until after the Copa del Rey, apparently. That's what they were saying.
He was always supposed to be coming back for the second leg against Dortmund. He maybe was going to try to come back for the first leg, but they didn't want to rush him. So he already got the green light this morning. So he'll be traveling to Germany. He'll probably maybe play 10 minutes or so. Maybe Flick will just save him for Celta Vigo on the weekend.
That's what I'm saying. What would you want? Do you want him to start, or would you rather?
No, I want to start him. I'd start Gabby for sure. I think that second leg is tailor made for Gabby. His intensity, his pressure, his high IQ awareness in defensive transition, also in attacking as well. To be honest, I would not start Dani Olmo for a game until the Copa del Rey final. I may make him on against Celta Mallorca for 20 minutes.
I can't lie, I disagree with that. You know what? I feel like that I would give him minutes in those games, sub him for sure, for the match sharpness. But I think against Mallorca, that team in specific, right, I think we might need him to start and I think he'll be well rested by them because Mallorca, anybody who's watched La Liga, them and Getafe play the low blocks every single time, right? So I feel like Dani Olmo will be needed then, you know what I'm saying?
Mallorca are one of the better teams in the Liga, so I don't think they'll play.
They are.
They're like top 6, top 7. So I think they'll be a bit more open. That's why I think Vermeer can definitely handle it. But with Olmo, man, I don't want to risk anything with him. So I,
And that's
bring
the
it.
thing with me too, because
Yeah.
here's the thing, Hafed. We are already, like, let's be real. People are going to say, don't count your chickens too early. I'm sorry. We're not battling a 4-0 lead. I'm not saying we're going to go to the Ignite Luna Park and win, but I can definitely see us going there. Even I can see us getting a win. I can see us getting a draw. I can see us getting anything. Because these guys, I watched them in the Classica. And let's be real, right? Bayern were not good, but defensively, they were bad as well. So they've shown definitely they can lead goals. So I think that we can go there and do a job without Dani Olmo. You understand what I'm saying, right? Considering also, this is the important thing, Gavi didn't start like I thought he would in the game against Leganés, right? So I can see him actually, because he hasn't started the last 2 games, right? So I can see him potentially starting this one, right? And look, I'm gonna be very honest, he needs to come in for Firmino because Firmino was poor. His miss yesterday, oh my days. How do you do all of that work, right? Go through the whole defense, right? And then you have a gaping net waiting for you, and you somehow miss the whole target. Like, it's not good enough. And that's the thing with Firmino. And this is the thing. Yeah, I'll let you guys tell me what you think. But this is the thing with me, Hafed, right? I like Firmino. I think Firmino has a future at the club. I think he is very, very important. I think he offers a lot in this team, right? But truth be told, I don't see this kid really becoming a future starter in this team. I don't know about you. What do you think?
I think he's definitely a player that you can rely upon in terms of a squad. I think he has a fantastic talent. Do I see him to start week in, week out like a Dani Olmo? I think he has the potential to get there. I wouldn't say he's there right now. But just look what he's done over the past 2 seasons. He's got 11 GA last season. He's got 13 already now with a month left of the season. He's improving. He's a player that thrives in the final third, has a good finish on him, can dribble, find space. Like you said, with the Leganés match, yes, he missed that chance, but, still dribbling past those 3 players inside the box and not being, pickpocketed is a strong ability. I think he's a good player. I think whether he grows into a starting player or keeps his squad kind of position right now, I think he definitely provide good use for Barcelona for the medium long term.
Yeah, bro. Omar, I'm not gonna lie. With Fermin, I know what Fermin provides, and all of Fermin's qualities. He's a different type of midfielder compared to like a Pedri, right? The average Barcelona midfielder, right? Like he scores goals. That's just a goal-scoring midfielder, and I feel like that his overall performance not always good, but that's what you want as a bench player. I think he could be a very solid bench player long term. To score goals. But I also want to say this, bro. Like, I know it's the business end of the season, but like Pablo Torre, I feel like against low blocks is better than Firmino. I genuinely do believe that, by the way. But
do you think that he should have started or should have been?
I don't know why Torre never plays though. Like genuinely, the few opportunities that he's played good in most of them this season, and he still doesn't play.
And this is the thing, Hafed. This is my thing, right? You've seen Pablo Torre the few times we've seen him in the second half of the season, right? Every time this kid comes in, he brings a certain level of energy when he comes on the pitch, right? I'm gonna be very honest, man. His case is very curious to me because I don't know why Hansi Flick doesn't trust him enough, right? In certain games, right? I thought that yesterday's game was screaming out for a player of Pablo Torre's energy, right? To come into the game and basically push them back a little bit more. You understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like they were slowly growing into the game. And you could see it, right? In the beginning, we started very energetic at the start of the game, but you saw it when they were having chances, right? Just like they did against Real Madrid, where when they got a first chance and a second chance, and they saw that, whoa, wait a minute, we can actually go through these guys. Let's go forward, right? Bro, let's be real, man. It was incredible, right? Chesney had made a great save, and bro, Inigo Martinez's tackle. That is the tackle of the season.
Class.
I'm sorry, you will not find a better tackle. You will never see a match-saving tackle of that magnitude anywhere this season.
Omar, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that Inigo tackle? I thought that the player was going to go like clean through, right? The Leganés player. And I thought that Inigo tackled him knowing that he's going to get a red card. I didn't know that it was clean. And I was about to applaud him for getting the red because I'm like, you know what? It's going to be a free kick. We're going to hold on and we're going to win. The fact I seen the replay and I'm like, play hasn't stopped. And then I seen the replay. It was an amazing tackle. I was like, yo, Inigo, that was class, man.
I mean, what about you, Hafer? When you saw that tackle? I need to go and see your reaction, man. I'm sure when you saw
I was just more scared that he was going to give away, a free kick and a red card. Very
That's what
similar
I
to it's very similar to you.
And when you saw
So
it was a clean tackle, you were like, nah, that was
I was going crazy. I'm not gonna lie because
I'm not, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
we had the
And you
Rafinha
know what I
tackle in
love,
the first
bro?
half too. So
You know what I love about that, right? It's his reaction, bro. Like when you make a clean tackle like that to save the team, bro. That's how you react, bro. You saw the passion, bro. It's like, yo, I love it, man. I love that. I was like, yo,
Bro,
that's
and
what I like, man.
Omar, you know what's funny? Like I said it, like I've been saying it, the last couple weeks now. I think Inigo has by far been our best defender this season. Like
Yeah,
Kabarsi,
that's the thing. I'm a very honest, Hafid. I would personally give him our defender of the season.
easily. I feel like for center backs.
What do you
I
say?
just feel like that Inigo has made more individual mistakes than Kubarsi has this season. I just think Kubarsi on the ball is so much better as well. I think aerially, Inigo has been great. And of course, Inigo's rise this season has been better than Kubarsi because Kubarsi kind of already started at a higher level than Inigo. Inigo had,
And Inigo was kind of he looked like he was out of the door. Let's be real.
Yeah, so that kind of story arc is nice and all. I still think, from August until now, Kubarsi has been more consistent and better as well. Of course, Inigo was out, injured twice for a month as well. And Kubarsi, carried the slack a little bit himself. So I do rate Inigo. I think he's, top 5 center backs in the world,
Right.
for sure, especially based on the season. Sure. Yeah, so I still would.
Yeah, but my bad. But what's it called? My thing is just that with Kabarsi, like I'm not like obviously what we got through against Benfica, but remember Ronald Araujo, he got a red card against PSG, and Kabarsi, we got a red against Benfica. Like, what if they win that game 3-0? Like, that is a big
But
mistake.
why did Araujo get the slack? Because in the end we bowled it. If he got the red card, we won the game 1-1 and we went through.
In the PSG game, yep.
Yeah, in the PSG game, nobody would have cared. It's the fact that he got the red card, which was the decision he made at the end, and that decision was wrong, and that's why everyone gives him the flack. If we, of course, if Kubarsi gets that red card against Benfica, and then we go and lose that game and get knocked out, Kubarsi would have gotten the same stick. So
yep. Sometimes it's a lose-lose situation. Also, let me be clear, right? I'll be real. The reason why the Araujo one pissed me off more than the Kobashi one is because with Araujo, he literally held him back. Like you knew you were gonna get sent off. You understand what I'm saying, right? And that is my thing. With Kobashi, I think he might have thought, right, when he made the tackle, that there was a slight chance he could get the ball before the man. It was a risky.
I think he was hoping more so that the foul for De Jong was gonna get called back from before.
Yeah, I mean that too. Because I'm gonna be very honest. Even though he got the man first, I think he got the ball too. So I think he might have believed in himself that he would have. And look, at the end of the day, we won that game, right?
Yeah, we won.
And also, let me be clear. With Kobashi, I can give the guy patience because let's be clear here. This guy's a kid. He's a kid. He's like 18, right? Let's be real, right? At that age, for center backs are not usually known to be Rolls Royce at that age. You understand what I'm saying, right? We see them have potential. We see them. And also, let's be clear. A lot of the times, players of Kobashi's age are prone to mistakes, especially defenders. You understand what I'm saying, right? They're prone to mistakes. Doesn't mean they're not good. And that's why I've always said it with me. I think he has mistakes in him, but I can understand it because of his age, his inexperience. He's still a player that is new to the game. You understand what I'm saying, right? He's shown a lot of potential since he's made his debut, but that doesn't mean he's going to be perfect in every game, right? I expect him to make mistakes like this. Araujo, however, I don't expect you to make mistakes like this. You are an experienced center-back. You're supposed to be our leader in the back line. You understand what I'm saying, right? You're supposed to be our Puyol of this generation. You're supposed to be that guy. That was who we thought you were going to be. You were our lion in the defense. So when you make mistakes, we're going to look at you and say, okay, bro, what was that? We expect you to be better than this. You understand what I'm saying? More than a guy like Araujo for sure. But look, I'm gonna quickly move on because everyone who's in the chat, man, you guys are being very, very big up to everyone. We got like 18 to 20 people in here. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure, guys, you subscribe to both of these guys. Channels are in the description, guys. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to my guy Hafed's channel. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Barcareacts channel. But look, let's talk about it, guys. Obviously, I'm sure you know everybody here. You guys watched the Madrid Alaves game. Look, I'm gonna be very honest, man. I was at work this morning. I was too tired because I just did a double shift, right? And I literally just sat. I actually forgot. I worked so long today, right, that I actually forgot that there was a game happening between Madrid and Alaves, and then I went to YouTube and I saw Will was actually doing a watch, and I was like, oh yeah, they're actually playing right now. So I actually went, and funnily enough, I just walked into when Mbappe got sent off. And bro, let's talk about it. You guys saw the tackle, right? Do you guys think that Mbappe should get a longer ban? Should get a long ban for that? Because that is one of the most dangerous. Like that, his leg was, he literally kicked him in the knee. Like, I'm not gonna lie, guys. What do you say, Hafe? Do you think he should get like unbiased opinion? I know we're Barca fans and it's easy for us to just say ban him for the rest of the season. But how long do you think a tackle like that he should get for it on a real?
Low key, I don't want him to be banned for the Copa del Rey final because then I would be more scared of Madrid. Because when Madrid have both Mbappe and Vinicius, that's when they're at their worst. When one of them is missing, that's when they play better. So we already know now that he's going to only get a one-match ban, which was confirmed about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
For me, that should have been at least 2 games for what he did. It was high foot, high boots, studs right on the calf as well. It's a violent conduct challenge with not playing the ball whatsoever. But apparently the referee put in his report that he was trying to get the ball, which of course is just the corruption at its finest. But if Lewandowski is getting, 3-game ban for touching his nose.
We will always talk about that.
Remember Flick against Betis when they gave the penalty against Betis back in December? He went like this and he got a 2-game ban. So,
Bro, I'm tired. I am so sick and tired. Bro, I could literally sit here and make a whole video of the amount of times La Liga school was over. Recently, not even like 10 years ago. No, I'm talking about things that happened last season. Because what we're talking about was what happened last season, bro. He literally did this. I'm like, bro, the guy could have literally been just scratching his nose, right? Bro, and he got a 3-game ban for that, bro. Nah, you know what it is? This is why I had to ask the question, because I'm just like, bro, I don't understand this. I've seen even back in the day, right? Dembele gets sent off. Remember when I'm sure Hafez, you remember. Do you remember that famous game where you remember when he did his hands like this to the referee? And the referee looked at him and just gave him a red card, bro. Didn't even know what the guy said. And even Messi was like, yo, the guy doesn't even speak Spanish. How do you even know what he even said?
Well, that was Mateo Lagos as the referee, and he loves to be in the spotlight.
That absolute fraud, man.
Yeah, no, bro. Hey, to be honest, I think that it's crazy. So is it confirmed that it's 1 game? Because for me, it has to be a 3-game ban.
How is that a 1
that's
game
a leg
ban,
breaker?
bro?
That is the definition of a leg breaker, bro. That is that's a 2-game ban because it's Madrid. But honestly, that's 3 or 4. Like if it's any other team, I feel.
Yo, I'm sorry, man. I didn't think I was gonna get this heated up thinking about this. But brother, that tackle, he literally kicked him in the knee, bro. Did you see the way his leg bent, buckled?
Yeah, it's tweaking.
And you're giving the guy 1-game ban for that, bro. Straight red for that, and you're giving him one. This is my problem, bro. The inconsistency of the referees in this league, it is absolutely pathetic, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And these Madridistas have the nerve to sit there and complain about referees. If they complain about referees, what do you think we should be doing? I'm tired, man. These guys, they piss me off. I swear to God, man.
But you know what it is, Omar? Just like Hafed said, bro, I feel like, honestly, right, if Mbappe plays against us, I do think that that's kind of better for us because Real Madrid, remember, they're probably just going to resort back to last year with Bellingham as a 10, Rodrigo, Vinny split strikers. And that's a much better system than whatever they're playing this season. That's
exactly. Spot on.
Because last season, let's be real.
That's why I won 2 games. He misses the 2 La Liga games. And then,
out
of rhythm for the final.
Listen,
you know what it is?
I'm telling you right now, I am looking forward to seeing all those offsides from Mbappe, bro. Oh,
and not only that, Jude Bellingham's actually he's going to track back more. Mbappe's not tracking back. It's going to be easy for
bro. We saw that, didn't we? Vinny and Mbappe. That is the thing, isn't it? If you really think about this, right, guys? That El Clasico, you know that all our players are going to give their all, right? Defensively and going forward, right?
Yeah, true.
With Real Madrid, you're not getting that. Vinny and Mbappe are not tracking back. And they need to track back because if we go forward, we're going to go forward with numbers, right? I mean, look at the game against Arsenal, bro. Where was bro? I was watching the game. Mbappe and Vinny were just standing in the midfield while everybody's just scrambling around. I'm like, bro, I dare you guys to play like that. This is why I'm just sitting here. I'm like, bro, you guys are in bad form. I pray to God this bad form doesn't end anytime soon, bro. Please listen. It can end after we play you guys in the El Clasico, right? After the El Clasico, you guys can go on a winning run until the rest of the season. We don't care. Because I just need us to win. If we win, I think that depending on what happens in the next few games, right? Because when are they playing Athletic Bilbao a half head? Are they playing them before or after we play them?
Next game they play
next
Bilbao.
game.
Okay.
He's out.
Well,
I think they drop points just because of that. I
that's
generally
the
do.
thing. I'm not saying they're going to lose, but they could drop points. Like anything can happen. They can get like a draw, and if they get a draw and we get a win, how many points did that make us then? What, 7 points? I think, or 6 points.
6. If they draw and we win 6, it'll be 6.
Okay, so then that means that the El Clasico now means that all we need to do is to beat them, and if we get a 9-point gap, then that means we're one win away from like securing the league title after that.
And you know what's funny?
We have like 2 home games after that.
Omar, you know what's funny though? It would be like if it is a 6-point gap by the time we play the La Liga El Clasico, that is the same scenario as last time we won the league. It was a 6-point gap, I remember. And if they won, it would have been 3. Where
I think it was 9. We had 9 points ahead. So if they won, it would have been 6. And then when we won, it was a 12-point lead. So
all right, because I genuinely thought it was 6. I'm not gonna lie.
No, because people were worried that it would go down to 6. They're like, oh, you're 2 losses away from, you're giving them back. I think we had some difficult games. I think since we beat Madrid, we of course lost to Valladolid away. We lost to Sociedad at home. I was at that game. So if we did lose the
Clasico, you were in the stadium. You actually went to watch the game.
Yeah, I went to the last 2 games at the Camp Nou that season. So if we did lose that Clasico and then we lost those 2 games, now in hindsight, it would have been much worse. So I think it was we had a 9-point lead at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
man.
It's crazy. It's just, Carlo wasn't even making excuses about Vini and Mbappe not pressing back. It's diabolical. I mean, bro, at the end of the day, what can you say about that? It was an absolutely pathetic performance. But listen, guys, I do actually want to talk about something, guys. Do you guys remember, Hafe, when we did our show, right? We were talking about La Liga's appeal to the court. Do you remember how that was in process? I'm sure you've already heard the news, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, apparently the news has come out now that the appeal has been rejected. Like, bro, what are they going to do? Are they going to do another appeal? Have they said they're going to do another appeal yet? Because we know Tebas is not going to stop. We know Tebas is a stubborn-ass prick. He will not stop.
Yeah, he's going to appeal again. And then, of course, also soon are appealing the decision for the 3 points.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I just find it funny. Like, how many times are they going to appeal for the Dani Olmo registration, bro?
Bro.
Hey, man, the more they appeal, the more we get to the end of the season. So, I mean, that doesn't bother me.
But you know why this is? We know why. Because here's the thing, Hafe. This is why I told you last time we spoke. I was like, if you really think about it, there's no reason for La Liga to just fight this now when they know that at the end of the season, Dani Olmo will be unregistered, right? But I think it's because Tebas knows that if Dani Olmo continues for the rest of the season, he could potentially help us win a treble or win 2 trophies or something like that. So he's basically trying to wound us, right, by taking away one of our actual best players in the team. Because that's what this is all about. Like, it makes no sense. Because I'm like, bro, you've already won the case, but you doing all of this makes no sense. But you can do whatever you want. It's all up to you. But listen, guys, I'm going to ask you guys, obviously, we've finished the weekend game, and now we have to focus back into the Champions League, right? So we are in the Champions League. Away at the Signal Iduna Park Stadium, we've actually gone to earlier this season, right? Got a great win, 3-2, amazing win in that game. Afed, I'm going to ask you, brother, what do you expect as the lineup in that game? Do you expect Hansi Flick to go rotation in that game?
I think he'll do like a Leganés, make 1 or 2 changes. I could see definitely Gavi starting the game. And with, of course, Balde out, we'll probably see Gerard Martin at left back. So that might be the 2 changes. I still sense that he might start Araujo. I think that game is very tailor-made to Araujo. Just so, of course, we're going to get a lot of attacks in that game just to defend pretty much. Because you're going to bring on Araujo anyways. Might as well start him, maybe rest either one of Inigo or Kubarsi. Probably Inigo since Kubarsi was rested on the weekend. But I think De Jong, Pedri, Yamal, Lua, Rafa will all start for sure. Szczesny, of course. Koundé, of course. might see a change in defense, and I think Gabby could potentially start in the 10, and that's pretty much it. I think his plan will probably be to survive the first hour and then make some changes depending on how the game goes. Even if Dortmund are up 1-0 or it's 1-1 or maybe hell we're winning, at that point he might maybe call it quits then. But I think he wants to go further strong from the beginning. Of course, our track record when we're up in the Champions League is not the best, so
oh God, this is the thing. See, this is the Hafed. This is why I'm happy we won by the way we did, because it's the only way I could be comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? I could not have gone to the stadium if we beat them like 2-0. I would have been still sitting there shaking, like, bro, please, I beg you guys, let's go there and at least get a 0-0 by halftime, so that I can at least have hope that we can actually pull this through. But 4-0 for me is just like, geez, bro, this is the only kind of result where I can actually go with some kind of calm, mindset. All right, cool, let's go to the second leg. There's no way you can screw this up. I'm sorry, man. You can never, bro. If you, imagine, if we screw this up, we will literally be the biggest laughingstock in football for the rest of the season. Forget what we do for the rest of the season. If we screw this up, whatever we do for the rest of the season will not matter. Because think about it. We were laughed at after what happened against PSG last season when we were already leading. I know people are going to say, oh, well, listen, I'll say this now. Even though I wasn't on YouTube, I wish I was, because this is the thing. I even said it I would have said in my match preview last year, right? When we were going back home, that, all we just need to do is not fuck up. Get the first goal and make sure you keep it compact. Because I still don't believe we're through yet, like a lot of Barca fans thought. I think I was on Flawless's channel, Eunice, right? And he asked me, and I said 1-1 draw. I didn't even see us winning at home. I said 1-1. Because I was like, I don't think, like, these guys under Xavi, bro. I don't trust these guys to actually go to our stadium and get the job done and get the win at home. Even though this PSG team last season was poor last season, I still don't trust my team to get it done against them. And long behold, I was right? But you think about that. You think about, obviously, Liverpool. I'm sure I think that was the year before you got into YouTube. Good Lord. Imagine if we were doing...
I think that was... Yeah, it was actually the year before, yeah. Now I'm old.
Yeah, so you started around 2020, right? Because you were telling me that.
Yeah, I'm old, man. What is this?
Hey, only on YouTube terms. But don't worry, man. Listen, you're an OG, but listen, it is what it is, man. It's good to have OGs over here, man. I'm always helping out the younger people, man. Helping out the infants, man. The people who are trying to make it here. But yeah, listen, I'll tell you this, right? Imagine Hafid.
Nah, don't say it.
Stop making sense. You are violent. Look at what this brother said. I'll stop making sense.
I might be still, man.
Hey, listen. But I'll say this, right? Imagine if we had channels back then, Hafid, when that game happened in 2019. Imagine our channels would have literally grown, like the amount of views that our channels would have made that day. Because of the head loss. Because imagine, right? People would have wanted to see Barcelona fans' reactions to screwing up of 3-0 lead at our stadium, right? You would have seen like 3K people just watching you. Forget about the amount of views, like just watching you that day, watching you crash out, right? But you think about that game. You think about Roma, right? In 2000, the year before. Like, this is the thing. This is why, as Barca fans, we can't go into games with any kind of confidence. I'm sorry, bro. Like, how? How can we?
Omar, right? I'm not gonna lie, that Liverpool game, that probably broke me. I can't lie. Like, I was like, we won the Champions League. When we beat them 3-0, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Visca Barca, the 6th has finally come. But bro, I think
everyone was like that. Let's be real.
You know what it was, bro? Genuinely, bro. It's that the next year, when we lose to Bayern, and then I realize our team is trash and we have a bad future for the next 2 to 3 years. That Liverpool loss really stayed with me, because it's not like, oh, next year we have a great opportunity. Like, if Madrid lose to Arsenal, who cares? Like, yeah, it's a bad loss, but next year they still got a strong team. We had to rebuild, and that Liverpool loss was the last time we were in the big stage, a ticket to the final, right? And we bottled it like that. That one hurt, I can't lie.
What about you, Hafe? What did you think? Did you think we were already in the final? Were you going into the second leg thinking we were already through?
Yeah, of course, man. I didn't think the team would. I didn't think they would bottle it after what they did with Rome last season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's funny because
I thought at that point, that's the point when once Messi's free kick went in, that's when I thought, yeah, we're winning the treble because of course we're
that's
ordering
the
the
thing. I
goal
think,
right now.
and you were
At that
not
point.
alone.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there was
We all
nobody.
felt the
There was
same. We
no
all felt the
Barca
same
fan.
thing.
Let's be real. I don't think there was any Barca fans who thought we would actually go out to their stadium and lose. Especially when we saw that what's his name, Salah got injured midweek. So we're thinking, oh, they don't have Salah on Firmino. Yeah,
Omar.
it's for them.
Omar,
Right?
I have a hot take, bro. I think that if Salah played, that they wouldn't have come back because Origi was causing us all type of problems. I'm not even joking. He scored 2
Salah
goals.
was on smoke that season, man. You
Bro,
never know.
but Salah in the first okay.
I mean, to be fair,
Salah,
Salah would have still played with Origi, to be fair, because Origi was playing as like a striker in that game.
yeah,
So,
but I mean,
maybe Firmino,
listen,
maybe
you know what it was also in that first, like, people don't remember, like, we conceded a lot of chances, bro. Salah missed one.
No, we were not don't get it twisted. The better team won in both legs. That's the truth. If we put our hands up, we did not deserve to even win that first leg, right? We were just clinical than they were in our stadium. That's it.
That should have been a 3-3 draw. The first leg should have been a 3-3.
Forget about 3-2, bro. We should, bro. The amount of chances they had in that game, they should have won that game before we scored those 2 goals by Messi, right? Those 2 goals.
Messi,
I'm sorry, bro. These guys had so many chances to equalize and get more goals in that game. It was ridiculous. I still remember.
Suarez's goal, bro.
Matter,
Listen,
I'll be honest.
man.
In the year after, right, against Bayern, I'm gonna be very honest. But when we went against Bayern, I had no confidence in the team. Even though we still technically had a great team around that time, we had Messi, Suarez, Griezmann, Rakitic, Vidal, all these guys. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't even, like, as much as I wanted to be shameless, I was like, nah, this Bayern team is stupid, bro. This Bayern team, the way they've been destroying teams like Tottenham, Chelsea, and all these guys, and the way I've been seeing my club defend this season, bro, we're gonna get cooked. But you could have never told me. You could have never. If you told me we were gonna lose the way we did, I would have never believed it. But sometimes, here's the thing, man. That defeat, and people always ask me that. People who are not Barca fans, they always ask me that. I always tell them, like, if you're a Barca fan, a part of you will be angry about this result. But if you're honest with yourself as a Barca fan, you're not surprised that this result happened. You understand what I'm saying? Because what happened is that you played a team that is at their best, right? Unstoppable, and you have problems in your team. And that's what happened. That is what happened. Bro, when we were 4-1 down at halftime, I'm sure you guys remember. Do you guys remember they had like the video, they had the camera in the tunnel, right? And you saw the players inside. Bro, Messi was just sitting there like this, bro. He didn't even try to motivate. Bro, he's the captain, you know. This is our captain, and even he didn't say anything. That for me told me everything I needed to know about that game. I knew. I was like, bro, screw comeback. Do you see the players? Do those players look motivated to do anything in the second half? Oh, man. At the end of the day, and this is the thing, we knew this was going to happen because we were calling this out during the season with Bartomeu, right? That season, right? We were saying this is where we're not a good team. We're terrible. We're over-reliant on Messi. And eventually, we're going to run out of luck. And that day, that's what happened. That's what happened. But if there's any good thing that came out of that, is that Bartomeu resigned. So thank the Lord. And you know, Hafez, we brought back Laporta. So hey, listen, you got to look at the positives.
Yeah, when you put it in that terms, right? Like Laporta, what he started with, like, he is doing a good.
Yeah, but listen, before I do close out, I do want to ask you guys, what's your honest predictions of the game against Dortmund? What are you guys saying? Hafez, what are you saying?
I'd be surprised if we win. I can see it being a draw, maybe a loss by a goal, since we are going to be focusing mainly on just holding the lead that we do have. I think it'd be quite stupid of Flick to really go for it. I play a very, not conservative game, but a balanced game. Go for it when you have chances in space, sure, but I wouldn't park the bus per se, but I wouldn't go all out attacking like we usually do in our normal game. So I'll be a tad bit conservative. I can see it being a 1-1, maybe a 1-goal loss, but we've already won there before, so I don't know what the mentality of the team is. I don't know how Flick's going to approach the game as well, but I think we are in the semifinal. I don't think we're going to see any comeback.
Yeah. Me neither. Yunus, what are you saying, brother?
I think it's gonna be Dortmund have not been good, bro. I can't lie. So I think it'll be 2-2, or 3-2. I mean, I might even lean 3-2 because some of the players that are gonna come up for Barcelona, like Gavi, right? Like maybe Torre comes off the bench. I really doubt he starts. But like some of these guys, like it might be the last opportunity for some of them, right? In a while, or even until preseason, they might not be here to make their mark, right? So I think that some of them will still be hungry. But I just ultimately, I kind of don't want that unbeaten run in 2025 to come to an end, because even if we lose 2-1, it doesn't matter. But I don't want the streak to end. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. I mean, listen, for me, I would go. I'm not gonna lie. Something tells me we could go there and win. I'm not saying we're gonna play well. We're gonna dominate them, right? I think we're gonna play like you mentioned, Hafet. But I just think that when it comes to Dortmund, they're so bad. They're gonna somehow give us the win in their stadium. I could see us potentially just going there and getting like a 2-1 in their stadium. Like maybe we take the lead, right? And then they come out and they're trying to get the equalizer and make it respectable because they don't want to lose at home.
I do think
equalizer. Right.
I do think Dortmund will be much better in the second leg than they would be in the first leg. Of course, Pascal Gross.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He was, of course, you missed the first leg due to yellow card accumulation. Of course, coming off the back of the 2-2 draw against Bayern in Der Classic. I don't know how they're going to be feeling after that. They're already like 8th or 9th in the Bundesliga. That's when they for the first half of the season. But they went toe to toe with Bayern Munich, who are of course in the quarterfinals as well. So we'll see. I think a lot of their mood as well will be. I think their mood for the game is going to be more influential than our approach to the game.
No, for sure. I mean, listen, there's a lot of good Champions League games coming up this week. I mean, obviously, if you think about it, right, out of all of the ties, I would say our tie is like the one that is basically the deadest.
Yeah. A lot of their players and management came out afterwards saying it's going to be hard, and like Real Madrid are also like, yes, we can do it, we're going to come back, but they're all saying that it's going to be hard, we'll try, we'll believe.
No, we know.
So I love the fact that we're playing first. We play on Tuesday, of course. We get to know that we're in the semifinal. Then we can watch the second games on Wednesday: Bayern, Inter, and Madrid, and Arsenal.
Exactly.
And hopefully peace and calmness.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Go ahead, Eunice.
Yeah, no, I mean, we shouldn't, bro. We shouldn't choke. I'll be so real, right? Like, we really shouldn't, because like it would be historic. Like we won by 4 goals. Like 4-goal comebacks, 3-goal comebacks happen. 2 goals happen all the time, but
4 goals, bro. There's only one club that's ever done a 4-goal deficit.
Yeah, and it was us.
We all know. So, we all know who it was. Yeah.
Well, 4 goals is that's basically the tie is closed. So I mean, I don't want to jinx anything.
The only team that's come back from 4-0 was us, of course. So it's never.
I mean, let's be honest, man. I don't know if you've ever asked Mo this, Hafed, during the PSG Barca show that you guys do, man. But I'm sure that's where his hatred for my club actually started. To be fair, I would hate me too if I did that to you, man.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. We could maybe see. I think we could lose the game. Maybe Dortmund, score 2 goals before halftime. Then we keep a clean sheet in the second half, and we lose 2-0. So they kind of got a little bit close. I think all the results are definitely possible, except for a Dortmund comeback, of course.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I mean, yeah. But listen, I'll be honest. If you look at all the other Champions League games, I think our one is like the deadest one, because I still think even though ours, are 3-0 up, I don't want to count my chickens home to roost yet. I think they are definitely, they have a big lead to protect. I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm sure I can see them losing for sure in the game against Madrid, but the question is it going to be a comeback, or are they just going to lose maybe like a 2-1 or like a 2-0 where Madrid are going to try everything, throw all the kitchen sink and everything to get that third and won't able to get it? But that would actually be hell. I'm not going to lie to you, Hafed. That's actually what I want to see. I want to see them win by 2-0.
I was just going to say that. Like, if I could pick what the scoreline would be for that game, I would pick 2-0 Madrid, just so they're almost close.
That would.
You know what? I want that too, because if Arsenal, let's just say Arsenal win at the Bernabeu again, right? And they win 2-0 and Arsenal win 5-0 on aggregate. That is horrible. Ancelotti might get sacked on the spot. I know they're saying the rest of the season at the end. No. Bro, come on. It's Real Madrid. There is still a chance that he gets sacked if they lose 5-0 on aggregate. And I need him there for the Copa del Rey final. So
I don't think they will, man. I feel like it's too useless if they get rid of him. But I'll say this. I'm not gonna lie, I don't see Arsenal going there and winning. I pray they do. It would be hilarious to see them get Arsenal do the double against them.
Madrid have never scored against Arsenal yet, so you never know.
That's what I'm saying. If they go there and get the win, listen, man, Arsenal fans are loud as hell. But listen, if they can do two times in the Champions League, you play them 2 times in the Champions League and you knock them out 2 times, bro. Like, bro, you can hold that, man. Like, hold that record. Like, dangle that record on that Real Madrid fans all you want. That's fine, man. But listen, I'm not gonna lie. I just want to. A part of me just wants to see them like be so cool. I just want to see the hope in Will's eyes when that second goal goes in. Right, the hope in his eyes, right, when he feels like the comeback is on.
You know, it's funny.
Like, you know what would be hilarious, right? It would be it's kind of similar. I would say let them get like a goal early in the game, and the second goal goes in maybe like the last 5 minutes of the game. So now,
if I could pick, they scored 2 goals in 5 minutes, they still score again.
you know what? You know what, Hafid? That would actually even be better because you know why? If they get like a goal, let's say they get 2 goals in the first half, you're thinking, oh shit, only 1 goal in the game, and now you will see the confidence at halftime. They will think, yeah, the comeback is definitely on now. It's on now, right? And they will try everything and not get the third. And bro, I just want to see the hope just seep out of Will as like the seconds go before that final whistle when it's 2-0, bro. It's like, it will be so great. It was so great. Yeah, this reminds me exactly. This reminds me of like, I don't know if you guys remember this. Remember Dortmund versus Real Madrid in 2013 when Dortmund beat them 4-1 in the Signal Iduna Park and they went to Madrid. And Madrid scored early and they were trying so hard to get the second goal, and they got the second goal in like the 87th minute. And like there was so much hope in the stadium, but then they ended up losing the game. I remember, I'm not gonna lie, we were out before that game, I think. Oh, wait a minute. We actually lost, to be fair, to Bayern. We were battered by Bayern, but I didn't care. I was shameless. I was a kid. I was like, I don't even care, man. I would take the defeat. But yeah, man, listen, Hafid, tell you guys what's coming up on your channel. Are you doing a match preview for the Champions League and everything else?
Just your typical stuff, match previews and reviews, watch alongs. This is all just game stuff now, not really other content since there's so many games back to back to back. But yeah, just everything involving the games, the 11 remaining games for Barcelona this season.
Yep. By the way, guys, unfortunately, because I do work, I do actually have a job. Unfortunately, I will not be doing a watch along on Tuesday. I'm disappointed as well. Okay, guys, because I don't like missing Barcelona watch along. But hey, man, you gotta make bread somehow, man. I don't make bread from YouTube, so at the end of the day, I gotta do what I gotta do. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, I will not be doing a watch along, but I don't know about Eunice, but I know Hafid for sure will be doing a watch along. So if you guys want to watch, if you guys want to go listen to some top analysis in the game, guys, go and check Barcaboy's channel, guys. He will be doing a watch along for that. He will do a match preview for that, I'm sure. Match ratings, everything else he'll be doing. I'll be doing my match reaction for sure, and my match preview will be out tomorrow. But yeah, as far as the game is concerned, I will not be watching the game, but I'll be doing the match reaction after the game. And Eunice, you do watch along too? Are you doing the watch along?
Yeah, bro. I got. I'm gonna do the watch along, right? I'm gonna do the watch along, match reaction, and then I'm gonna drop my UCL predictions like legit in like an hour. So anybody in the chat, they want to check that out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro. We got so many games, bro. But this is also good. But Barcelona, they're not flopping in Europe. They're not sending us to the Europa League. So it's actually a good thing, all this content.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Yeah. But, I mean, listen, man, it's great. Listen, Hafid, man, you've been on YouTube longer than me, so you've been through the misery, man.
So you gotta stop making me old, man. What is this?
Hey, come on, man. Listen, we respect the OGs here in YouTube, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, but
And to be fair, listen, guys, he's only been on YouTube for only 5 years, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 years is a long time for a content creator, isn't it?
I guess.
I mean, it's not. To be fair, bro, there's been people who've been here for like, I've seen
5 years and only 4 trophies, man. That's a terrible record.
This is why I'm telling you, man. It's
5 trophies. 5 trophies. No, 4.
That's like, yeah.
No, it's 4, I think, because the 2021
4.
But this is why I keep saying, bro, we should be happy. You understand what I'm saying, right? Like we will take it. Like you especially you can be sharing us all you want, because nobody's gonna sit there and say, if anybody says anything, you be like, listen, man, go watch my videos 5 years ago. See the amount of crash outs I had every stream. Okay, I deserve this. Don't judge me, you absolute frauds, man. But yeah, man. But yeah, like, listen, guys, this has been the first episode of the Culers Culture Show, guys. It is every single Sunday, guys. This was actually going to be a bigger panel. I was going to have Elias here, Culture Podcast was supposed to be here. I was going to have Barca Volume here, and Jose as well. Hafid. He was actually supposed to be here, but he had an emergency outside of outside of the stream, so he couldn't make it. But next week we should have a bigger panel, guys, and these guys will always be here. I'm sure when Hafid has the time, unless he's like very busy, he will be here as well. He's right. Eunice also, right? You can expect him here. So yeah, guys, every single Sunday, guys, Culers Culture Show, every single Sunday, Barcelona show. All you guys have been asking for it. We're gonna be having it every single Sunday now. But guys, before I do close out, guys, this stream will be redirecting you guys to Casual FC, guys. They're doing the Chelsea review of their 2-2 draw against Ipswich, guys. Let's go. If you guys want to go enjoy some crash outs, I'm sure they're crashing out over there, guys. So make sure you guys go put Omar BYT rate in the comment section below for my guy Marshall, guys. But yeah, man, make sure you guys go subscribe to these two if you're not subscribed to them. But yeah, man, big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys like the button, subscribe to the channel. I said like the video. I said like the button. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And like I always say whenever we end these streams, Visca el Barça, Visca el Catalonia. And peace, you guys. Take care.